You can't even say the N-word. You're French. My dad.
What's poppin'? I got 5 little bitch-made tricks at the next table, so they all loud, and it is what it is today. What's poppin', Rob? Rev's here. Look at a hat, Rev. Look at my dope-ass hat. It's a Boogie Bob exclusive. Guys, get your Boogie Bob merch. Not one of you has a Boogie Bob hat. I don't understand it. I can't fathom it. It's crazy. Yeah, you guys are also mad. It's also cold out here. I hope everybody's having a nice day. Why don't we just leave? Kids are talking about each other's mamas. Your mom's not married. I screwed her last night. All these, you know, that's high school talk. Or as Donald Trump would say, it's a locker room talk. Sexual assault is just locker room talk. Until 5 o'clock. They're sitting at the same table. Now look, I was young once too, but I would never, ever, in front of all my friends, look like a little bitch, like this kid over there screaming and yelling like a little sissy boy. I don't get it. They're at the same table. Ah! I don't. None of my homies would do. We'd be looking at you like, yo, what's up, son? Why you crying like a little bitch at the table? I don't get it. It's 3 o'clock. Let's start the news. There they are. There they are. How do I get it? Now they're talking about dads.
What the
First it was moms. Now
you have a gay dad?
At least if you're going to insult each other's mamas, have good jokes. Like, hey, let's get off of mamas. I just got off of yours. Have a good joke. Their jokes are horrible. What is the world coming to? It's coming to this. Boom. Look at this. Safe at last. Now, I'm not saying your mom's a whore, but your twin brother has a different dad.
You too? Your brother's gay?
That's a Boogie Bob classic from back in the day.
He's not fat.
Now, which one you proof that I'm gonna fight somebody?
He's not.
Who the fuck put you to the house?
It was probably me. It was probably me. Of course, you should have signed it first.
I should have came more prepared. God, by the way, it's gusting. The wind's gusting, so the paper's just going to do this the whole time. I can't stop it. Yelling like a little bitch. American tot 4. This is an American child, 4 years old. Parents were killed by Hamas, was let go yesterday. This poor thing, 4 years old, going to be raised without parents. Parents were killed by Hamas. Let's put some glasses on so I can see.
I know, I watch you walk by.
Guys, I'm doing my first event in Connecticut. I can see again. Look who's here. Tammany's here. Hi, Tammany. Kathy's here. I can't believe Tammany and Kathy are in here together since I get emails from them all the time how much they hate each other's guts. It's crazy. I don't understand it. RJ's here. Rob H. Of course, my good friend Dave is in the house. What's poppin'? I made that part up about them hating each other's guts. Okay. Fast and the Furious. That's a movie. They're on number 9 now, bro, or number 10. Filmmakers of the high-speed Fast and Furious franchise were ordered Friday to pay $1 million fine after a stuntman broke his skull while filming the 9th installment. Those movies are high octane. There's a lot of moving parts. They're chasing, they're stunts. And I would be shocked to find out that someone else wasn't hurt over the years. Hi, Nyan. Joe Watts reported falling 25 feet head first onto the concrete ground during a staged fight scene while filming F9 The Fast and the Furious.
Now we just have another little hallway to
Can you imagine? Do you want to know what a day in the life of Zuckerberg's like? I don't. Guy's worth $50 billion. He's got one hoodie. One of the richest people in the world is learning how to be a Swiftie. That's a Taylor Swift fan, I think. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg reportedly wears the same outfit. I just said that. He also trains for MMA, so he'll beat your ass. He's rich and he'll beat your ass. And he's a nerd. He's a trifecta. He trains with MMA fighters several times a week as part of his stringent daily routine, which includes learning Taylor Swift songs with his kids. You hear these kids? These are boys. These are boys making these shrieking bitch noises. I'm not sexualizing them as women or men, but they're acting like little sissy kids. I don't get it. I don't want that to come off wrong. I love everybody. I just find it weird that a table full of 17 or 18-year-old boys would shrink at each other. That's nothing to do with their sexual connotation at all. More like them acting like little douchebags. U.S. girl set free. Oh, I think they're leaving. And of course they're going to walk by my camera. And at some point I think they're probably going to... this kid just walked over here to see that I'm live. So I would be very surprised if I don't get 3 or 4 douchebags behind me doing this and shouting out their Instagram. U.S. girl set free, 4 years old. Parents were slain. She was among the 17 released. I'm sure she's very happy to be home with her aunt and uncles and whoever. They had a big rally on the bridge, on one of the Brooklyn Bridge, I guess. I don't care. Chris Christie, Rob H, you better stop it. Rob H, you better stop it. Thank you. This reminds me, I just need to talk about tragedy that's happened in New York. The McRib never came. This is an annual pilgrimage, something I look forward to every year. I want to try my best not to yell, "Shut up, you little bitches." I'm going to try very hard to not do that. They're shrieking. It's not even shrieking at each other, just shrieking just to shriek. The McRib was supposed to be here November 13th. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, never came. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 of them at the same table. The McRib never came, right? I've checked everywhere. Chris Christie, he is the New Jersey former governor. Also ran for president. He had like 1% of the vote. Chris Christie partly blamed Donald Trump Sunday for the spike in anti-Semitism. Duh. The former New Jersey governor posted that Trump's language has emboldened others to act hatefully. When you show intolerance towards everyone, which is what he does, you give permission as a leader for others to have that same value. Donald Trump, on Thanksgiving, set out a tweet. I don't know who this little bitch kid is over there. He's just groaning like he's being stabbed in front of his homies. Maybe I'm different than some of them. I just find it humiliating. I'm humiliated for the guy. Uh-oh, now a couple females showed up. Will he still be the same little shrieking bitch now that the females have approached the table? On Thanksgiving, I think it's a day to send out a tweet or a truth social. That should be something about thanks. Donald Trump said happy Thanksgiving to the racist district attorney from New York. America is hell. It's gone to hell. And thanks to all the liars and Democrats and Joe Biden's a piece of shit. He went on and on. That's a human. That's a person that you would support. Forget politics. You're the diehard Republican in the world. You would get behind this guy who sends out a happy Thanksgiving to all the racists, and it's a horrible diatribe, about 20 minutes long, and not one thing about giving thanks or about bless you, other than he says happy Thanksgiving. But then he condescendingly says it to the racist, blah, blah, blah. I'm a horrible person. I don't care. I don't get mad. Block me if you want. I don't care. I tell the truth. I never, ever lie. Palestinian students were shot in a Vermont bias attack. It says VT. I'm going to assume that's Vermont. I don't know. A Brooklyn teacher has gone on the record to say, let Gaza burn. This man should be fired. I don't think you should have those kind of, let anything burn. I don't think you should let, oh boy, now there's about 10 more of these kids coming up there. The good news is I haven't heard a shriek in over 30 seconds. So that's good. By the way, you guys see I went a little dark. Instead of 61, I look 60. Brooklyn teacher, let Gaza burn, he says. This guy should be fired immediately. Say it isn't so. Please say it isn't so. Hall and Oates. I always forget which one's Hall and which one's Oates. That's Hall, that's Oates. Hall's the singer, Oates is the guitar player. They write the song together. It's over. They have split, and now Hall is suing Oates, saying he cannot perform their songs together. I wanna play that game tonight. 101 so slow. Or how about METHOD? It's the method of modern love. Hall and Oates has some huge monster hits. Well, I find it crazy that after 40 or 50 years together, you fight about money. That is insane to me. I've had fights with all my business partners about stupid shit, but never about money. New details have emerged on the legal rift between the legendary soft rock, I guess they call them soft rock, duo Hall and Oates. Daryl Hall, 77, sued John Oates, 75, and Oates' wife, and another trustee earlier this month, alleging that Oates planned to sell his side of their joint ventures would violate that. If Oates is 77 years old and wants to sell off his shares, let him sell them off. Why would you? They both have enough money to live very comfortably the rest of their lives. The Nashville judge who temporarily blocked Oates' maneuver on Wednesday, I don't care. I got a shorty on a skateboarding. A shorty on a skateboarding. Solo rights. Oh boy, here's one. This says, take drugs, leave dildo. Now, if you're a fan of the Godfather movie, one of the guys, when they kill a guy in the car, he says, leave the gun, take the cannoli. They killed the guy, and then he says, leave the gun, take the cannoli. It's a most famous line, probably from Godfather. This one here says, take drugs but leave the dildo. I say, take the dildo and leave the drugs. But what do I know? A Florida woman pleaded with SWAT team not to confiscate her sex toys while they were searching her backpack for drugs. What's her number? Don't take my dildos. Please don't take my dildos. Asked of Martin County Sheriff's deputies, according to the arrest documents, on the smoking gun. On November 21st, officers searched the backpack. I need you guys to Google her and get me her number immediately. Her name is Ariella Messina. She's 27. It's right in my wheelhouse. Ariella Messina. Inside, they found pills in a bag stashed inside a pack of Newport cigarettes. Crystal-like substance, we're going to call that meth. And several blue vibrators. She told them, take the pills. Don't take the vibrator. Ma'am, you're going to jail. Can I bring my vibrator? I call him Little Bruce. Can I bring Little Bruce with me? Here's the guy shrieking again. What do you think? He's mentally ill? I don't get it. There's 7 people around the small table, and he just goes, ah! Over and over and over. Is it a cry for attention? Reckless climber on crane. A daredevil was arrested on top of a crane holding a blue dildo. I threw that in. A daredevil was arrested on Sunday and charged with climbing to the top of an 80-story crane in Tribeca. 80 stories. Just remember, the Empire State Building is only 100 stories. 80 stories is a big-ass thing. Isaiah Washington, 20, was charged with reckless endangerment and criminal trespassing on Park Avenue. Hair-raising photos show the high-climbing suspect near the top of the crane. When he came down, Washington was wearing a dark hoodie. He was placed in handcuffs and transported to the 1st Precinct Station House. The pics show a second person in handcuffs at the scene, holding a blue dildo. I don't know why that. I don't even know why that's relevant. My girlfriend had a camouflage dildo, but she could never find it. That wasn't very good. I apologize. Carriage horse. I talk about the carriage horses all the time. I hate the fact that they have carriage horses. That's that same guy. Listen to what a little bitch he sounds like. Look at this guy. I don't understand it. You're hearing, ah! I'm hearing, I'm a bitch. Carriage horse bolts. I don't like the carriage horses, but I was told by somebody that they would be put down, and this way at least they get to live, and they are mostly treated humanely other than driving people through the damn Central Park. A carriage horse became agitated and got loose in Manhattan on Sunday, darting towards the West Side Highway and dragging its operator behind. A 15-year-old horse named Gunner collided with 4 parked cars before it slipped and fell during a mad dash. Where at? Hell's Kitchen. I've taken you by there many times, but Hell's Kitchen is where they keep all those carriage horses on like 46th Street. A bunch of those old buildings are. There's a little shorty riding a skateboard. A shorty on a skateboarding. The horse became agitated and broke free when the driver was holding a blue dildo. What the? I don't. This is crazy. Like every story has a blue dildo in it, and I don't get it. I don't get the horse became agitated and broke free when the driver had a blue dildo on 55th Street. Gunner suffered injuries to his legs and cuts to his body, but was in stable condition. Unfortunately, a lot of times when these horses hurt their legs, they put them down. I don't want that for anything. Bronx man mowed down. Where at, Joe? Bronx? Yes. A Bronx man was mowed down in the Bronx. Here, let me read it to you. Hold on. I'm reading it to you here. I was not wiping my nose with my hand. I was reading. I was not wiping. Oh, two of them left. I think the mad shrieker left. A 23-year-old man was riding a scooter. He was intentionally and fatally struck by a female driver in the Bronx. Intentional. That was a love affair gone wrong right there, I think. Someone keep an eye on that dude. See that person? It's the same dude. It's the biggest guy at the table. He's bigger than me. It's a kid, a 17-year-old kid, bigger than me, crying like a little douchebag. He doesn't care about all the other people around out here that gotta listen to him shriek like a little sissy bitch. I'm sorry, but I'm agitated. There's 80 people looking at him, but for some reason he is continuing on with his shrieking. Robert Jimenez of the Bronx was hit near Fox Street in the South Bronx. A 28-year-old woman who police did not identify hit him with a Honda Civic driving south on Fox Street. Photos from the scene showed the red vehicle was in front smashed in, and then the front right tires turned on its side nearly. He was taken. The driver was taken into custody. Suffered pelvic injuries. You know it's bad when you're driving the car. You run over somebody and you get hurt. The driver, the female, was arrested. She had pelvic injuries. Detectives were waiting for her to be treated before questioning her. Her connection to Jimenez is why she intentionally mowed him down. That's a boyfriend who was two-timing her, I think. This is the schizo mom killer. I covered him on the show. He should be arrested just for his hair. But this guy maybe let out. Killed his mom. Maybe let out. Guys, we're getting ready to get hit in New York with a horrible blizzard in the next couple of days. Although they say it's going to be probably up by Niagara Falls and all that. It's getting cold in New York, so it very well could hit us. Knife maniac drags mom. Knife maniac drags mom. A knife-wielding maniac. Oh boy. Where at, Joe? The Bronx? No, Hell's Kitchen. A knife-wielding maniac in Hell's Kitchen. Please shut your bitch-ass mouth, bro. Please. In Hell's Kitchen. He was busted on Sunday after trying to drag his own mother by the hair to the ATM while threatening to kill her. What a beautiful son. What a great son. That's my baby and I love him. Sources said the suspect emerged from the building, clutching his mother's hair and screaming at stunned passerbys, telling them to stay away. The unidentified man was collared by cops around 8:30 a.m. Thank God. I was asleep. On 43rd Street between 9th and 10th. This is my neighborhood. After a dog walker saw the incident. He had her by the back of her hair Punching her, pushing her, witnesses said. The Post, they told the Post. I asked if everything was okay because I did not see the knife at first, said the witness. Then he said, stop talking or I'll stab you and kill her. Then I saw the knife and they walked past me, so I called 911. A responding cop was slashed in the hand while taking the knife away from the man and taking him into custody. Another officer suffered a knee injury. Shout out to those cops, putting their lives on the line to help those in need. Snow Snarls Holiday Trek. A winter storm rolled through Central Plains, including a large part of Kansas, as millions of Americans made their way home from Thanksgiving. The first snow of the season brought bitter cold across the region, while recipients, I don't care. I hope everybody is safe. This guy, Derek Chauvin, the killer of George Floyd, found guilty in a court of law. Kneeled on his neck for 9 minutes. They were saying, get off him, you're killing him. He didn't care. He put his knee as hard as he could into that man's neck, and he got life in prison, and he deserves a little of this while he's in prison. He got a little of this stabbing. They stabbed him up pretty good. Chauvin foes are out for blood. I guess it's no surprise that Derek Chauvin has been stabbed almost to death in prison.
Oh my God!
There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to hide. He's a former cop. They hate you already. The only thing he didn't do was get in there for being a child molester. He would have been dead already by then, I'm sure. But you're a cop, and you killed a black man, unarmed, probably the most famous unarmed killing of all time. And people want payback. Oh, there's probably a couple white guys in there going, he's the man! But I promise you, most of those black and brown folks in there are looking for a little payback from way back. The Minneapolis cop convicted of murdering George Floyd in 2020 has been thoroughly scrubbed of his personhood, let alone his rights. Nobody bothered to tell his family or his lawyer that he had been stabbed.
How about y'all?
They found out about it in the paper, by the way. I don't think that's fair. I mean, look, it's his family. His family should at least be told. Joe Biden made the ill-judged boast last week. I cannot prove what I'm about to say, but I believe one of the reasons why Hamas struck when they did was they knew that I was working very closely with the Arab states. He's not the only one who said that. Joe Biden has been working tirelessly with Egypt, Saudi Arabia, to build a coalition. And there are some countries, like Iran, who do not want that to happen. They do not want the USA over there. We're over there anyways, but they don't want them to, certainly don't want them to be in bed with Saudis and Kuwait and Iran and oh brother, our mayor, who's been on my show several times, I know you've seen him. I got the receipts. I know you've seen him because I got the receipts.
Shit, never mind. I'm just
There's this douchebag screaming again.
You are about to witness the greatest show in the world.
Mr. Mayor, that was fantastic. Your words were beautiful. God bless you, my friend. There's the mayor on my show. That was a Boogie Bob exclusive. He's in trouble. He got a sexual assault thing that happened. These are little bitches. They're barking at each other from 100 yards away. Like little. I think that's maybe their thing. Now I'm getting what it is. They shriek at each other. Now he's shrieking at this little douchebag over there, and the douchebag shrieks back. He's insane, Sugar Bay. I've had a whole lot of kids over here acting crazy, but this is the biggest douchebag of all of them. Let me show you which one he is. He's the big one in the middle that's waving at me. Now he knows.
Excuse me, I didn't give you percent.
Now, I didn't need your percent, Playboy.
I didn't give you percent.
Crying like little bitches over there. Now I might get into a fist fight.
What's your live? Can I join?
You don't want to because they've been talking shit about you for an hour.
Nah.
Screaming and yelling and carrying on like bitches. All right. Now, there might be a fist fight.
Absolutely.
And I'm prepared for that. That. So, I'm not going to give them my live. I don't want them on my live. Anyways, there's about 6 or 7 of them. I could probably take 3. The one is huge. The one who's doing all the crying is huge. And I probably shouldn't have called them bitches to his face. But sometimes I get discouraged, upset. I might even cut it short. I didn't give you permission. He said, I didn't give you permission to film me. Mighty Bull, the voice of reason, always says calm down. It might be a little late. I think the smoke is already in the air. Because I was patient for 30 minutes. 30 minutes, I didn't say one thing. Now my baby Bria's hitting me up, and Bria is, she knows from 3 to 4 that I'm busy. But she's, he want to join the live, but if he joined the live and played it, he would hear me saying horrible shit about what a creep he is, right? So usually I could say it's Boogie Bob, but I don't want it. All right, where are we at? And listen, I'm sure they're just kids having fun, but at some point you infringe on other people. That's all. I shouldn't have called them bitches. That was all. I'm sure Mighty Bull is very disappointed in me right now. But I am a normal human being, and I can only put up with so much of this screaming and yelling. Ozzy Osbourne's in the paper. I've said for a long time, the thing, when nuclear war or whatever breaks out, the only things that are going to survive are cockroaches and Ozzy Osbourne. That's it. Ozzy Osbourne plans to quit performing live if he's permanently stuck in a wheelchair amid his ongoing health issues. I'm not going to get up there and do a half-hearted Ozzy looking for sympathy show. The one thing about Ozzy, I've followed him, I've seen him in concert maybe 8 or 10 times. He does go hard. The guy could barely walk, and he's strung out on drugs for much of his career, but he always came out and he always brought it, and I don't blame him. He's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't see any reason for him to get up in a wheelchair and crazy. That's how it goes. Millions of people living as foes. I can't imagine him doing Iron Man. Tiffany Haddish. I actually always liked Tiffany Haddish. She got her second drunk driving the other day. Girl, stop it. Stop it. When you get drunk and you get behind the wheel of a 3,000-pound machine, how dare you? Derek Chauvin will survive the stabbing. This is a different article. Derek Chauvin, the former Minnesota police officer convicted of the death of George Chauvin, has been stabbed and seriously injured on Friday, according to the Associated Press. Do you understand that if you're in prison and you stab somebody, you get props? You're the man. The guy who killed Jeffrey Dahmer smashed his head in with a weight. He was the man, celebrated. If you're in prison for life, you lose nothing. So when I went to jail one time in the early 80s, there was a guy in there. All of us were in there for stolen motorcycle or dealing this or doing that. Or this guy was the only one in there for murder. He was a big, heavy-set guy. McCurdy. His name was McCurdy. Him and his brother had killed some old man for some silver dollars he had in these mason jars buried on his property. So jail, just so you know, county jail is where you are before you go to prison. If you're convicted of the felonies, you go to prison. If you're in jail for drunk driving or what, I had a guy in there hang himself because he was in there for fishing without a license. But this guy, McCurdy, big old sloppy. I was a badass. You guys don't know that, but in the 80s, I was a badass. Hair down to my ass and a six-pack stomach, and I love to kick people in the face when I fought. Anyways, so I'm in jail, county jail. I'm pretty new to jail. This might have been, I was once in there for a drunk driving. Don't even drink. because I was getting from a hoo-hoo while I was driving, and the cop pulled me over because I was all over the place. State teeth. Anyways, this time I was in there for some other shit. And this McCurdy guy, there was 4 per cell. And our cells didn't face each other. They're all facing out towards the street. Here's a cell, next to it's a cell. There's 4 per cell. And at night, past the time, we're all cracking jokes. Yeah, your mom's a whore. Cell number 2, your dad's... And this guy, in the middle of us all having fun, yelled, "Shut the F up or I'll kill all of you," or whatever. And everybody got quiet. They didn't say nothing. And I was following suit. They didn't say nothing, so I didn't say nothing. Next morning, you get up at 6 a.m. to go eat your breakfast. And then what do? You eat your breakfast as quick as you can. I remember that day was shit on a shingle, which is this little gravy with little meat in there on biscuits. Delicious. It's worth going to jail just for the shit on a shingle. I go back to my cell, because after you eat at 6. You don't eat it, so you don't get up at 6. You ain't eat. You eat at 6, eat your food, go back. You want to sleep till 9 or 10. Kill 3 hours. So I go back, and he comes. Here he comes. Big old sloppy looking guy. I got a 6-pack. I'm a badass. Here's a sloppy ass douchebag with a mustache. He puts his hand on the bar doors to our cell. He's leaning in and he goes, "So y'all the bitches who was talking shit last night, huh? You ain't got nothing to say now." And I'm an asshole because I don't know rules and regulations. I said, "Shut up, fat boy." Every jaw hit. He says, "I'll kill you, man." And I said, "Look, I told you I'm new. I'm new. I don't know the rules and regulations of jail. I'm from the streets, but I'm not from the jail." So I said, "Look, you don't want more time, and I don't want more time. So we'll see each other on the outside." And he says, I got life. What the hell are you talking about?" Then it was like someone, like Jesus slapped me in the face with a wet towel. I went, "Oh shit, he's right. I can't talk my way out of this."
That's some dirty nigga shit.
So I went to court, same day. And when you go to court, you can either get bail, or you can get your charges, or you can get OR'd, which means own recognizance. The judge let me out on my own recognizance. So you got to go from jail. You're let out on your own recognizance. You don't leave the courthouse. You got to go back to jail and sit there for 6 or 8 hours until they come and get you. And they came and got me in the van, took me back to jail. And as soon as I get there, this guy named Donald Curry, this little druggy guy I knew from high school, he comes up. He says, "Yo, they're going to get you, bro." I said, "What?" He said, "Sit with your back on that wall. Don't go to your cell. Just sit in the day room all day and watch TV. They're going to get you." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." I had an orange jumpsuit on, I had a pocket right here, and all I had to protect myself was a fork, a plastic fork that you eat your food with. And I sat there with my back on that wall like this for 8 hours. I didn't go take a pee. I didn't do nothing. I just sat there. I didn't move. Well, the guard opens the day room. He goes, "Bowen, roll it up." Now, roll it up means go get your pillow. The pillow is thinner than this newspaper. Go get your pillow. Go get your mattress, which is also very thin. You can roll it up. Get your towel and your coffee cup. Those are the 4 things you get. Pillowcase, a pillow, which is as small as a pillowcase. Your mattress, your towel, and your cup. Little plastic coffee cup. Roll it up. So I start going out of this cell, this day room, to go to my cell. And he's standing right by the door, so I kind of moved to the side to walk around him, and I spilled the coffee pot. I spilled a whole coffee pot on the floor. He's trying to bust on me like, clean that shit up. I go to my cell, I get my towel, and a towel in prison is also as thin as this paper. It don't soak up shit, it just moves shit around. So I'm trying my best to move the coffee around. He's kind of ragging on me. You damn lucky you getting out, bitch, because if I see you, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I leave the day room, they close the door, I go down the hallway, I get my stuff, I roll it up. I got my wet ass towel, got my blanket, my mattress rolled up. I got my pillow. No cup. The cup is still inside the day room. I ain't gonna care, no big deal. I start walking past the day room to leave. This is a true story. On my dead pops. I know it's a little long. So I start walking past the day room, and he goes, "That's right, you little bitch." He's the kind of guy who would have a towel, and he's doing, instead of doing pull-ups, because he couldn't, he's this big heavy guy, he's kind of pulling, like standing and pulling on the, this is doing nothing, pulling on the bars. He goes, "If I see you outside, you dead, motherfucker." Like an asshole, because I was a badass in my hometown, and this jail was in my hometown, but I wasn't a badass in jail. Now there's bars between us. Before, there was no bars there. He could have jumped me anytime he wanted. I had my back on the wall for 8 hours. Now there's bars between us. I got all my shit in my hands, and I hawked a loogie right in his face. That means I spit in his face. I don't know why. 40 years later, I wish I could take it back. I just, right in his face. Right all over his face. He's screaming, "I'll kill you!" He's grabbing the bar, "I'll kill you!" The whole day room's looking at me like, "Yo, this kid ain't no punk." And I say, "You little bitch, fuck off. You're a piece of shit, you fat fuck." Spit on him. Okay. Walk out. They go, "Bowen. Mattress?" There you go. "What's all that commotion?" I got, "I spilled coffee." The guy's a douchebag. "Towel?" "Here's your towel." "Pillow?" "Here you go." He goes, "Cup." I go, they never gave me a cup." He goes, "You've been in here for 14 days with no cup?" I go, "Yeah, I never had a cup. I've been drinking water like this." He goes, "Bowen, go get your cup." Now my cup is in the room with the guy I just spit on who wants to kill me. I prayed as hard as I could to Jesus, because I'd have been killed. "Jesus, please, please, please." And I said, "Sir, I swear on everything, I never had a cup." And he just, it's an old ass dude, he was like 80 years old, white-haired, Barney Fife looking guy. He let me go. He said, and I went downstairs and I was like, "Oh my God, thank you, Jesus." Long story, but it goes to show you that in jail, there's nowhere to hide. You're spitting some big ass murder. He was the only murderer. 45 of us all in there for other shit. He's the only one in there for murder. I spit dead in his face. I've tried to Google him to see what he ended up getting. I know he did life. He had 2 brothers that also did life. Anyway, so Chauvin is no different than just little Boogie Bob. By the way, I was in jail maybe 5 times. I was almost murdered all 5 times. I did end up going back to that same jail like a month later, but on a different floor. They said, "You want to go do exercise on the yard?" I go, "No thanks. No thanks." I kept my ass in my cell. So he was Chauvin. I said all that to say this. You can't hide in jail. Don't go to jail. I don't jaywalk because I don't want no jail. I'm 61. I hope I never go to jail again because I don't think I'll come out. Killer cops. Mom scared. The family of ex-police officer Derek Chauvin. There's like 8 stories of him in here. Says they were kept in the dark about him being stabbed. Okay. Very nice Bronx family murdered. Triple stab slay. A very nice family. 3 of them stabbed. A Bronx couple and their 5-year-old son. That tells me that it was someone who the son could identify. Why would you kill the son? Who killed your parents? It was Uncle Jimmy. That's why they killed the son. I guarantee they'll catch this person. Inside their apartment building early Saturday, leaving law enforcement sources and neighbors bewildered. Satanic Christmas tree bedevils Wisconsin politician. What the devil is going on in Wisconsin? Representative Mike Gallagher, I bet $1 million he's a Republican from Wisconsin, expressed outrage over a satanic temple Christmas tree. Well, I don't blame him if that's the case. Displayed at an annual festival in his hometown of Green Bay. It's impossible to overstate how offensive this is at Christmas. I believe you have the right to do whatever you want within the law. Is it bad taste? Yes. Bad taste. If it's of the law and you're a white supremacist and you got a sign that says "I hate blacks" or "I hate whites" in your front yard, there is a thing called freedom of speech, and sometimes we hate it. It's absolutely crazy that we would allow this to happen. The National Railroad Museum, which hosts an annual Christmas tree festival, permitted the display as one of the 66 trees. The trees are set to be on display till December 31st. The Satanic Temple's tree is covered in blood-red lights that appear to resemble demon eyes, with a snake-like figure at the bottom. One ornament says, "Hail Santa," and an apparently cheeky nod to Hail Satan. The Satanic Temple largely satirizes religion. Its non-worshippers, guys, we live in a country, I'm a Christian, a proud Christian, but you don't have to be. You don't have to be. Do not let Marjorie Taylor Greene or Lauren Boebert tell you that it's a Christian nation. If we're all Christians here, God bless. I'm a Christian. I love Jesus with all my heart, and I'll tell everybody on the planet. But that doesn't mean you have to. Doesn't mean you're going to hell if you don't believe him. It doesn't mean that if you're Jewish, you're going to. Everybody should be able to either be religious or not be religious. Please don't make this a country where they throw you in jail because you're not a Christian. I have Googled 1,000 times. If you ask Trumpers, again, it's not to bury Trump. Ask Trumpers why they love him. He's a Christian. He's a good Christian. I have Googled him. He's 80 years old. He's never been in a church, except that one day he held the Bible upside down. Google Donald Trump church. And if you could find a picture, send it to me. I'll put you on the show. Never been in a church in his entire life. I don't know how that's a Christian. I don't hold it against him. But don't pretend you are. And don't follow him because he is when he isn't. King mocks clown. I'm not doing the Royal Prince today. 2,000 rally in India for gay rights. Boy. You know, you could go to Times Square right now, gay rights, and hold rainbow flags. There are some countries that'll get you killed. Some countries, you go even to Jamaica right now, talking gay rights, there's a very good chance you get killed. If you go to Saudi Arabia, some of those places, Kuwait, you will get arrested. More than 2,000 people took part in a gay pride event in New Delhi, waving rainbow flags and multicolored balloons as they celebrated sexual diversity in India, but also raised concerns over the country's restrictive laws. Dancing to drums and music, the participants walked for more than 2 hours near the Indian Parliament. They held banners reading "Equality for All," which I totally support. The annual event comes after India's top court refused to legalize same-sex marriage in an October ruling that disappointed advocates. I have a dear friend who's been on my show several times. Both of them have. They've been married they both worked for me in the 90s. Stephen Mosier is a world-famous photographer and a Broadway star. And Patrick Dwyer, his boyfriend and now husband for the last 15 years, is a world-renowned actor. And they both live right here in Hell's Kitchen. And they both worked for me many years, and they're both my dear friends. And they were upset that they couldn't get married. So you say, well, why? Why do they need to get married? Well, I'll tell you. Because me getting married and my wife would have equal rights under the law for insurance, health insurance, homeowners insurance, whatever kind of insurance there is. Gay men and women who were married never had that. They never, who were together. You're a gay man in a relationship with another gay man for 30 years and you can't get married and be under each other's health care? That's insane to me. So they did a movie called Married and Counting, and it's phenomenal. One of the best. It won all kinds of awards. If you like Star Trek, Sulu is the narrator of it. But it's a brilliant movie called Married and Counting, and they ended up getting married, I think, 15 times. As soon as a new state, if you could get married in Connecticut, they went. They got married in Connecticut. If you could get married in Jersey, they got married in Jersey. And then they culminated with the last one when they were legally able to marry in New York. Beautiful. It's called Married and Counting. Married and Counting. I think it's on Netflix. I know it's on Prime and some of those. You can check it out. People have the right to be free and love who they want. If you're sitting there on Capitol Hill and you're really worried about who's marrying who with consenting adults, then you really have problems. I don't care. Surf's way up in Hawaii. High surf kept many onlookers at bay over the Thanksgiving holiday. 20 to 30 foot waves. They even had a 70-footer. 70-foot waves were possible for some north and west facing beaches. There are people that want to get out there. They're called Titans. Those waves are a Maverick. If you could surf Maverick, I think it's in Australia, you are the king. All right, I'm not doing any Elon Musk today. If you have her number, can you give me a call? I gotta talk to her immediately about her outfit. Nikki Haley is on the ballot in 21 states. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I usually disagree with just about everything Republicans say or do. I actually think Nikki Haley is a pretty strong woman. She has some ideas. A lot of shit I absolutely cannot stand about her, but she is the only Republican who is not hell-bent on getting rid of abortion, and I think that's just because she knows it won't play. They've lost that election over and over and over again. But Nikki Haley is on the ballot now in 21 states. Takeout, no. Knockout. A wild brawl broke out at a Chinese restaurant in Massachusetts on Wednesday, turning the family diner establishment into the WWE, which is wrestling. It left one man bloody. How's that make the paper? A fight ignited inside the Kowloon restaurant. One of the proprietors, Mi Hung Lo. Yeah, that's a joke from high school. I had a Chinese friend, his name was Mi Hung Lo. Anyways, in fact, it was Thursday. So a lot of times on Thanksgiving, Jewish folks in particular, and Christmas, they will have their Thanksgiving at a Chinese restaurant. The video posted, I don't care. Veteran drug fellow weed lord, Susie McSinn. Argentina leader, prophet song author on it, I don't care. This is a new shot. It's almost like heroin, and I think it's legal right now. They'll probably kick it off at some point. Toxic gas alert. Heroin-like shot. Federal officials issued a stark warning about an easily found supplement known as gas station heroin after it caused users to have seizures and lose consciousness. There's somebody right now reading this going, where can I get it? Where can I get it? Thank you. I really appreciate that, Sugar Bay, because I made a video. Let me see if I could put it up for you guys right now. I made a video on Thanksgiving, and not one person told me it was funny. So I just assumed that maybe it wasn't funny, and nobody got the joke. Let me see if I could find it here. Yeah, it's not here. I did a video. It's on my shorts, you can see it, where I went to my friend's house, and my friend is Shelby. She's very strict about shit. You go to her house, you got to take your shoes off, wash your hands, can't put your bag or your hat down because it has germs on it. And I actually, I did a short where I ate Thanksgiving dinner, and I go, this is had a mask on. And I pull it down, and I go, the potatoes are great. Sugar Bay's the only one who seemed to like that video. Why don't we do... We're doing 3 today. 1, 2, and 3. We're doing 3. And I'm going to do like I did yesterday. I'm not going to just read the first 3 that comes up because RJ wins every day. I'm going to turn my head. And I'm going to... I'll pick one at random. I'm going to pick Virgo. And then when I look up, I'll do the other 3. Virgo. Today's full moon. Oh, we got a full moon today. In the career area of your chart, will inspire you to aim higher than ever before, which is good. But it will also incline you to reach for what you cannot grasp, which is bad. Be ambitious, but ambitious with your natural limits. And who do we got here? We got Pisces. I see a Pisces right off the bat. Let us do. I'm really glad I didn't get in a fight with 10 kids from high school. I would have lost. Pisces. Here's Pisces. The more angry words there are flying about today, the more you should keep your head down. See what I said? That's it. Keep your head down and not call attention to yourself, both at home and at work. Let those who want to fight get on with it. You'll be the last Pisces. Boom, boom. The Mighty Bull's in the room. Guys, you can go check out the Mighty Bull right now on Facebook. He's the only one, the Mighty Bull. And he's got clips from all your favorite live streamers, including yours truly. You get shout-outs from all over, not just the country, all over the world. People are shouting out the Mighty Bull. Why don't you go check it out and see what all the fuss is about? It's a Mighty Bull. All right, so we got a Leo. We got a Leo. Kathy, that's 2 days in a row for Kathy. You must not agree to take on work that is clearly outside your area of expertise. You may want to be useful, you may want to help, but if you agree to something now that you cannot deliver later on, your reputation is likely to take a nosedive. You don't want that, Kathy. Kathy, you don't want that type of smoke. I'm going to do one more, the next one that comes up. Whoever's fastest on the draw, I'm doing one more, and then I'm getting up out this bitch. Gemini. Hector is not a Gemini. What is Hector doing? Hector's switching sides on me? I don't think Hector's a Gemini. But whatever Hector wants, I want. Hi, Hector. Que pasa, mi amigo? Gemini, as today's full moon takes place in your birth sign, it's likely that something of an emotional nature will shake you up a bit. If you find yourself in a confrontation of some kind, just take a few deep breaths and then turn and walk away. That is the best I could tell you. I was probably inches from catching a beat down on my live today because I went too far. I told that whole jail story and say I go too far sometimes. I hadn't had no right to call them bitches. I shouldn't have said that. Dutchman, I should have never called those kids bitches. I'm going through the sports. It looked like the Eagles beat the Bills 37-34. The Jaguars, or as I call it in the street, the Jaguars, beat the Texans 24-21. Hockey, the Rangers are a hockey team, apparently. The Nets beat the Bulls 118-109, and guess what? I don't care. I would really love it if you could hit the like button right now. This might be the first time we've ever come in at almost exactly an hour. I have a lot to do today. I wanted to walk over to Times Square yesterday. I couldn't. Today I've got to go and do a whole bunch when I leave here. Plus I'm dancing at the gay bar at 7:30, so I don't think I could possibly get into my costume and my tassels. I'm dancing with tassels now, so that's all right. The guy at the next table just looked at me all crazy, but I own it. The Giants beat the Patriots. Now that's insane. 10-7, but I think the Patriots like super suck this year, so anytime the Giants get a win, that's big news around here. I am watching Gotta Call Saul, Better Call Saul. It's my third time watching the series. It is such an ingenious series. If you have Netflix and you want to get caught up for the next couple days, do some methamphetamines. You're going to want to do meth first. Couple big ass lines. Do it. You're going to be up for 4 days. You're going to want to watch Better Call Saul all the way through. Thank you, Mighty Bull, for thanking me. I appreciate it. I want to thank Brooklyn for dropping by. I want to thank Sugar Bay, my shorty. God bless you, hon. Rev always has my back. Thank you, Rev. I appreciate you so much. I ordered my pills, so be sleeping like a baby very soon. Valerie's in the house. Hey, Val. Ooh. RJ's in his house. RJ just got out of jail. Welcome home, my friend. Welcome home. Today, Billy Altman is saying today is Jimi Hendrix's birthdays. Guys, I will be back with the birthdays. I haven't done them in a while. I don't think anyone knows how hard it is to do the news with my schedule. I got to get up. I took a shower yesterday. Can you believe that? I actually took a shower yesterday. One of my shorties walked by too, and I smell balls. That was like 12 feet away. I go, I got to take a shower. Dutchman, God bless you. Honeybee's in the house. Honeybee, thank you so much. I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart. I ask you at all times, please be kind, loving, patient. Guys, the kid yelled 40 times. I never said a word. I talked shit about him to you, but I never said nothing to him. 40 times, he goes, ah! Ah! Over and over and over. I didn't say nothing. Finally, I filmed him, and he said, I didn't give you permission to film. And that's when you can't say shit like that to me, Playboy. I didn't give you permission to be a little bitch. Anyways, I appreciate you guys so much. I will talk to you again real soon. Please be kind and loving to each other if you can. I will always try my best to set a better example. When I fail, I tell you I failed. God bless you.